Welcome to Prime Space, a Prime Coaching Academy podcast with your host, Elias Scultori. So hello, my friends. How are you? I missed you. It's been a few weeks since our last episode, and you probably have seen on social media or someplace else that I took some time off. I took a trip to Alaska, a faraway land, and it was actually farther than I expected. When I got to Anchorage, Alaska, I realized that, oh my gosh, I'm closer to Tokyo, Japan, than I'm to my house in Florida. But it was a fantastic trip. I went there to work with one of my clients, and then I took the opportunity to see that amazing state for a little while. And this is what I would love to talk to you about, this idea of taking a break. I'm so guilty of that. I don't take as many breaks as perhaps I should take. And that's because I love my work. What is the saying? Find something that you love and you will never have to work a day of your life, something like that. And I perhaps that is a little too much of a truth for me. There is joy in what I do, and sometimes it's a little hard to let go of here. I have fun with with what I do. But it's so important, right? Even if we love what we do, even if we have so much joy as I do in coaching and what we do, it's so important for us to not only take a break for the sake of taking a break for the body to replenish and renew, but to me is so important for me to go and change my mind, see a different perspective, breathe new air. I always tell my students and mentees, it's so important to read a book, talk with a stranger, go see a play or something different. It enriches us as human beings, and therefore enriches us in the way we show up with our clients. Seeing the world through a different perspective is so important. But this importance of not only self-care, right, but the importance of us to work on our personal development, taking care of ourselves as individuals and growing as human beings. This is so crucial, not only for our health, but it's crucial for us as professional coaches. Coaching is a partnership. So how can we expect, I say this all the time, how can we expect our clients to show up authentically, transparent, to do the work, to go deeper? We say in coaching, we coach the who, not just the topic, not just the situation. How can we expect our clients to be ready to do that work if we are not ready to do the work ourselves? Coaching skills, we all know this, and I always say this in this podcast here. I always say this all the time. If you have worked with me, you know how important for me standards and skills are important, right? How much that is important to me. But coaching skills alone is not enough. Coaching skills alone without this work, this personal work, is empty. It's like rice without salt. Not matched. If coaching skills is not matched by the authenticity, the vulnerability, the transparency, and the integrity of the coach, it's just empty. It's not that we are aiming for perfection. That's not the goal, right? Humanity is not perfection. But the commitment to our growth and our growth in our self-awareness is imperative. And this is not just something that we do once, that we work on a specific program, or that we read a book, or that we went on a retreat and okay, done, right? This is something that we commit on an ongoing basis. So that we put ourselves in this space of choice, so that we are living connected to our values, to the understanding of our needs. How often do we live out of perceptions, expectations, perhaps even playing a role that we are not even happy with? It is at the core of that authenticity, the authenticity of the coach, the mastery comes from. I'm a firm believer of that. I say, another thing that I say all the time is that, my path from PCC to MCC, I always call that path a path of authenticity. Not that I was not authentic before, and not that I'm perfectly authentic now. That's not the case. But my path from PCC to MCC, was perhaps understanding a little bit or refining some skills here and there. But the path to get to my MCC was truly a path, was a call for me to get closer to myself. And I continue to challenge myself every day on that path. In our Prime Coaching Academy program, we have what we call the personal integrity process. And this is a series of exercises that we do every day in our intensives, both in level 1 and level 2. Not necessarily simply to do the exercise, but to support the students in understanding the importance and giving the students some certain tools for them to work with, for them to be able to continue ongoing in working through this path. It's so essential. I say it again, coaching skills alone without this internal work is empty. So it's not, I say this because I hope that it will inspire you to take the time. And that does not necessarily mean that you're going to take a few weeks and get a ticket to Alaska and go to the other side of the globe. You may perhaps even right now close your eyes and take a breath. These trips that I do, and if you know me, you know that I like to take trips. It's essential to me. And especially when I travel alone. I love traveling alone. These are not moments for me to simply see the sights. These are moments for me to reflect. It's almost like a personal retreat that I take. It's moments for me to spend time with myself, to make an inventory of what is at play, what is happening, to see myself through the eyes of different individuals, strangers, different cultures. And gives me perspective of who I am and in relationship to this world. And it's quite renewing to me. And I would encourage you to find your personal retreat. Find that place that you are able to renew, that you are able to see yourself in the mirror, that you're able to catch a breath. Who are you? Who do you want to be? How do you want to show up? Why do you do what you do? What do you need to let go of? What do you choose right now? Thank you for listening. Next week, I have a surprise for you. I will have a guest coming, and it's going to be a surprise. I'm not going to tell you who is showing up. I actually am very excited because in the next few months, I do have several amazing guests coming to the podcast, and I have recorded some of these conversations already. And I am so excited to share these recordings with you. And one of them is going to be next week. A very dear person and friend of mine that wonderful coach that I think that you're going to love listening to that particular person. Okay? So I will see you next week. Don't forget to subscribe. Please share these podcasts with your fellow coaches and click those likes and stars and things like that. It helps so much. I appreciate it. So thank you, everyone. Have a wonderful week, and I will see you next time.